Dreamer, you're nothing but a stupid fucking dreamer. You got your head up your ass, oh no. Hi, Kevin Blanch. I'm going to get back to some financial videos. Before I go on this rant, I'm going to talk about inflation, deflation, gold, credibility on YouTube, the bullshit rhetoric, the Johnny-come-lately, the people with no credibility, the people that you continue to listen to, the radical political theater that goes on, the ignorance that so many of you Walmart shoppers as you walk in and support slavery, as the consumer is to blame so much for this madness, as the ignorance is the third generation morons. I want to get into inflation. I want to get into deflation. I want to get gold, silver. I want to get into credibility. First off, let's talk about credibility. As you watch Kramer on CNBC, as you watch Glenn Beck, let's point it out, let's be clear. On the election of Barack Obama, let's be clear. Glenn Beck won on one of the most tyrant, radical pieces of freaking journalism in the history of the world. He's a Mormon. Has he, wow, what has he done to us here in Utah? He's not from here, he's not one of us. Neither's Rove. Yeah, neither's Harry Reid. These guys come here educating and call. They are not Utah. They are not we. They are not us. Don't be fooled. Neither is Romney. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled because they are Mormon. None of them grew up here. Not one single one of them. Let's be clear. So he went on that. Oh my God! A half-white man's been elected president. Sell your freaking Dow. Sell your stock immediately. The Dow's crashing. It's going to 2,000-3,000 when it already crashed. Buy silver, buy gold, when gold and silver had already made its move. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. To you people that watch my financial videos, who I 100% of the time, almost 100% of the time in the last 2 years, have I been right? Yeah. Is that an aberration? I've been right, yeah. I mean, am I going to be able to pull that gig off again? I don't know. I'm going to try. But let's be clear. I told you last August to sell your gold at 1900. I'll send you the links. I told you to buy an Apple derivative because I will not participate in the Apple madness. I told you to buy the derivative. It went from 30 cents to $900. That's a fact. Did any of you do? I love you guys that watch my financial videos. As soon as I get cancer, you bail out on me. These videos of mine are intended for my friends. My friends' friends. They're intended for young people. They're intended for post-ignorance. They're intended for people who know that wealth is not money. They are broad in the contextual form of art, theater, wealth, love, birds, environment, strength, your body, knowledge. That's what these are. You people who watch and wanted to suck up and steal my brain and then bailed out on me. You know, as Steinbeck said, John Steinbeck said this the best. If you ever become in need, go to the poor people. For the rich people will not help you. Go to the poor people. They are the only ones that will help. Boy, do I understand that. And they're not poor. He was talking in money. They're rich in wealth because they have souls. You other people, you ain't got no soul. I just see one of you guys that made a bunch of money off my fine. Not one of you guys sent me 5 fucking cents on my darn. It was the people. As I had some money and I had to pay for it. And let me be clear, with cancer. As you walk in, I told those cancer, because people were denying me mine. They're like, until I got in the doctor's face and says, I have the ability to pay. I have it. Did I get good care? No. When I got in his face about that, then I did. Lucky I had that. Lucky I had that portfolio. Is it gone? Oh yeah, but I had it to get in. Am I getting world-class care? Oh yeah, big-time world-class care. But let's be clear. Let's be clear, you maniacs. Let's talk about inflation versus deflation. Is deflation good? Yes, yes, yes. For 90% of the masses, yes. Is Bernanke, who's head of the Fed now, did he get thrown in the wolves after the fact? Oh yes. The damage was done by Greenspan. Make no mistake about it. The damage was done by Greenspan. I think this is the perfect place to talk about gold and silver, as that is the Kennecott smelter. That is the open pit Bingham copper mine, one of the greatest gold producers in the history of the world. Let's be talking about gold and silver. As you maniacs say, oh God, I predicted freaking gold was going to go last year. Morons, gold was 1900 last year. What is it now, 1600? Okay, it's called opportunity cost. As you sold your Dow at 7,000, 7,500, 6,800, and you bought gold. Weigh it out. What is the Dow now? That is without the dividend. The Dow's at 12.5. These stocks have moved massively. It's called, you keep listening to Glenn Beck. You kept listening to Kramer. As Kramer in August, I put up a whole subset of videos about this market's not melting down. Double down, double down. Double down. And he was saying, get out of your technology, get out of your and I'm saying, what was Apple then? 300? Immediately went to 660. You know, it's about credibility. You know, you want to keep listening to these morons? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'd love to be a Fox News advertiser over the years. You think about the Fox News advertisers. They chum it for these moron suckers. They feed you guys Kool-Aid. Anything they threw out, you guys just sucked up and bought. CNBC. You know, it blows my mind. I'll give you financial advice, but I want it for my friends. I want it for people who are decent people. I don't want to give, I'm not going to give myself away to you pieces of fucking shit that think you can just take my advice. Fuck you. Fuck every fucking one of you. As gold's fucking run over, let's talk about that. Okay, an equity. If you're going to buy a stock, we know how much stock is out there, right? Yes. So we can do fundamental analysis. We could take earnings per share. We could take debt per share. Now, unless you're a bank and they do offshore bank, you know, or excuse me, there's a Freudian slip to Mitt Romney and his offshore accounts. No. If off balance sheet accounting, which was created with the Ayn Rand philosophical madness, how can you evaluate any bank stock when that? I mean, it's the most madness thing that ever happened. It is crazy that happened. It's fraud. It's pure fraud. Okay, so you're evaluating an equity. You can weigh out how much. Can you weigh out gold? Look, as gold has been well over $1,000 an ounce for a long time now. Gold was $225 an ounce. If you bought gold in 2001, 2, 3, 4, when the madness and the wars were going on, yeah, you were smart. But you guys, Johnny-come-latelys, you're morons. You're morons. You want to talk about that now? You want to talk about inflation now? Are you kidding me? Where are you? And to you people in Canada, in Europe, and all over. Okay. Gold is a worldwide traded commodity like oil. The price is set globally. Does that mean that can oil and or gold, or any economy for that matter, set the price globally, go down in one country in price and up in the other country at the simultaneously same time? Yes. It's called the currency. It's called the strength. As Europe got a massive, massive windfall over the last decade, via the weakness of the American, via Bush's fucking madness, via the Ayn Rand philosophical massive freaking debt that we created. Do as I say, not as I do, as Mike Lee says his house right here. I am not you. I am not them. I am we. This is me. I am not Mike Lee. I am not them. I am not them. This is me. I am about credibility. Check it out. Going through my videos. It's about credibility. Until you guys wake up and realize this is about trust is earned, not given. Go through every one of them. Is gold too high? Hell yes. Think about it. As the mining operations expand, there is nobody knows how much gold's out there, but when it's been over $1,000 an ounce, these miners went crazy. You know how much gold has been produced in the last decade? It's the supply and demand. As the fear factor, oh yeah, the maniac fear. Gold was at 1900 in August. It's at 1600. Okay, just like silver. Went from, you watch my video. I told you guys, I got on the bus, which I like to ride public transportation. I like to support it as much as I possibly can, even when I don't need to. Got on the bus, this guy I know is married to this maniac, idiot, moron, radical female. Oh, she told me I gotta buy a gun and buy some silver. I remember I told you guys watch me. No, I ran right in, bought the triple leveraged ETF on the downside of silver, went from 50 to 32 immediately. The proof's all out there on every one of my videos. As you listen to Kramer, he will bankrupt you. As you listen to Glenn Beck, they will destroy your life, as they have destroyed America's life. You more, Glenn Beck, the Dow's going to 3,000. Well, who's his advertisers? Who's the #1 advertiser? These gold maniacs. Because they force you in there. You know, do you need some gold in your portfolio? I'm all for it. You know, why? So, you know, to protect, well, that gig's over. That gig is over. As the dollar's reeled in from $1.60 clear down. Why is it reeled in? Are we getting better here, or is Europe just getting worse? Yeah, probably. What a windfall you got in Canada. What a windfall you got in Europe. What a windfall you got in Japan because of our madness and the 2 wars, and everybody had the bomb, kill, and your fake radical hair-sprayed idealism. As I get accused of being way too Freudian over and over again, my friend. I get accused of being too Freudian. Well, let me tell you something about me being too Freudian. I believe it all comes down to sexuality, every bit of it. I think every single Republican with the fake hairspray is probably gay, and they were taught as a child they hate homosexuality and they're going to burn in the lowest hell, which is a madness. And this is a perfect metaphor for that. As the Salt Lake Temple sits right here, and at the foot of the Salt Lake Temple, and right here where we live, one of the biggest gay populations in the world per capita, openly gay mayor. Isn't it fun? I mean, it's a contrast. Does it come down to sex? I believe it all comes. Everybody says, well, then you're sexually frustrated. No shit, no shit. I've got leukemia with this hanging out of me, and all them beautiful girls with the flowers in hair, all them incredible, beautiful Utah girls that I went through and I had and I loved and I played with, and we did things together and we made art and we created, and they all jumped up on the hill and they married for the big house and the hairspray, and then they wonder why they're on Prozac and haven't had an orgasm in 30 years. You know, no shit, I'm frustrated. As they jumped ship and for a shiny car to drive back and forth to their miserable freaking job and pop freaking pills. Yeah, we're all frustrated. Why wouldn't we be, as we gave up art, culture, music, for what? Fake hairsprayed, confused people like Reagan, like the Bushes, like Romney, that confused people like, oh, his wife's a worker. Oh, yeah, oh, really? She's a worker? Yes, as talk to the 15 maids that raised her kids. Talk to the nannies that raised her kids. Talk to the freaking illegal landscapers, as it is the exploiter, not the exploited. You people are morons. I hate to fucking say it. These videos are for my friends, my friends, and I'm going to give you specific advice. And we're going to do this again, as I'm going to reopen my Blanch Schwarz hedge fund. I'm going back to work soon, and I'll give you guys specific advice. You don't have to follow it. I don't care. But if you guys are just sucking up my knowledge and then just spit me out what I talk about cancer or whatever, fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. I'm not here for you. This is for my friends. And another thing, I never changed. I always was about the art. I was always about the design. I never changed. My daughter yesterday was talking to me about it. I said, the girls changed. I didn't change. The people I was surrounded with, I never changed. I've always been about the art. It's the old boys used to call it your constitution. I've never changed my constitution. She says, you know them crazy high tops you used to always wear? You know they're back in vogue again now? And I said, yeah, I see a few people. She says, you know you have some brand new pairs of retro from the 90s and 80s. Oh yeah. Kevin Blanch, stay tuned.